My friend calls me one day and asking for help, and he was asking for a solution about not feeling anger ever again in his life. And he was like, when that event happened, I was feeling so angry, and then I started feeling low, and I was telling myself, you have to be strong. You can't let yourself feel this. And but it didn't work. I was feeling more and more angry, and finally, I wanted to break down. And then I told him, what's the problem with being angry? Or what is the problem with feeling low? And he had no particular answer, but he was like, no, but I still was telling myself that I have to be strong. Somehow, this notion that we have planted in our mind that we have to be strong, which means we do not have to allow ourselves to experience strong emotions. That's not what is called as a human experience. As human beings, we will go through all these experiences, and sometimes very unexpectedly, some event can trigger us so much that we will be really surprised about the kind of emotions that we will experience. What is the way out? The way out is way in, which means to experience all that you experience when you are under the influence of an emotion. When we start observing ourselves, observing the sensations that arise in our body, observing the mind and the thoughts that it is having at that point, that observation itself is going to create a little distance between what we are going through and what we are experiencing. And that understanding of leaning into or completely being immersed into the experience and not trying to deny or avert that experience, on the other end is freedom from the same experience, because now we are not getting stuck into the experience, getting carried away by it, or having these perceptions that I should not be weak, I should not allow myself to feel these emotions, so on and so forth. But when we start becoming aware of everything that's unfolding in the present moment in the mind and body, we also develop a different understanding about these emotions and these difficult times. And the most important understanding that we experientially can understand is this is not a permanent occurrence, which means these experiences will happen to us, they will stay for a while, and then they will fade away. Our problem is we need quick fixing. We want to fix immediately something that is unpleasant. But if we try and do that, it is only pushing the problem far away to come for it to come back again, or trying to push it under the carpet so that it grows and grows and grows, and then it becomes dysfunctional. There is no problem with these experiences. The problem is our strategy of averting it, avoiding it, suppressing it. Once we start doing that, we will not have a closer understanding of how the mind and body functions under the emotions of influence. And sometimes, yes, these experiences are really tough to go through. But if we go through it very mindfully, observing everything that's unfolding, we will develop a very different wisdom about our emotional world, and most importantly, understand that this is an impermanent phenomenon. It is not our identity. These events will happen, come in, stay for a while, and then fade off. And then what remains is, again, we come back to our pure awareness, which can hold everything that's arising inside our mind and body, and at the same time, not get stuck or get carried away with it. So, the way out of emotions really is the way in, by experiencing them as it is. And when we do that, when we go through such experience, that is what I call it as self kindness or self love. Self love is not just about doing these affirmations and then not really understanding our inner world. So, full acceptance of such experiences when they arise, looking at ourselves with warmth, tenderness, and kindness, and holding the space is great self love. And then on the other end of that is freedom. Thank you.